What a closing, right? What a closing, what a closing, what a closing. Talking about taking stuff out on November 3rd, we just got a question that came in, and I'm glad Ambassador Battle is still here. And this goes to show us really how we are valued in this country, that he's still here. This gets to show us how the Democratic Party tends to think of us as a legit member of the family. And to that, the question is this, Ambassador Battle: how will the Africans be accommodated in Biden's presidency?
Well, you know, the reason that's such an easy question to answer is the track record is already there. When you look at the fact that the Biden campaign intentionally includes people like Felix, Janine, people like Daniel Karoma, and others who are actively engaged in helping to shape the decision papers that will eventually become policy papers that will then eventually be acted upon. Biden will continue that intentionality, reaching out to the African diaspora, including the African diaspora in decision-making processes in terms of helping to better understand what is going on the African continent. The former African Union ambassador to the US often said that the best way to learn about what's going on in Africa is to talk with people who have a foot on the continent and a foot here in the US. Nobody like the African diaspora can come with that kind of expertise. So Biden has already proven that he is intentionally engaged in the diaspora and will intentionally continue to do so. I am absolutely confident on that. And Linda Thomas Greenfield and I will absolutely make sure that that is the reality.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Battle. Ambassador Greenfield, so there is a specific question for you.
Linda, you wanted to add to that, I think.
No, I just agreed with Ambassador Battle.
Okay. Oh, but there is a question for Ambassador Greenfield. So, you know, not so much. You're going to have to do a little bit more than just agree. Here's the question. Here's the question that came in. And Ambassador Battle, thank you so very much for that very concise and poignant response. And again, as I say, we have a seat on the table, and Ambassador Battle could not have made that more clear. But Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield, the question to you is, how was your experience serving in the Obama administration, and how much of that do you think will translate, for better or worse, in the Biden administration?
You know, you describe it as serving in the Obama administration, but it was the Obama-Biden administration. And Vice President Biden was as engaged as President Obama was on Africa. He took the issue seriously. He made sure that he listened carefully. He engaged with African leaders, and we could always call upon him when we needed to call upon him to address issues on the continent. And I have been impressed at how easily we have been able to bring his team, and we're part of that team, to bring Africa in front of him. So Africa is not an afterthought to it's not an afterthought to Vice President Biden. It is a core priority for him that's up there with every regional issue that he will engage on day one of his administration.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield. I could not be more encouraged each time I listen to you, each time I listen to Ambassador Battle, and each time I realize how many people such as yourself who look like us, who are from us, who represent our interests, that have served and protected our interests. And I could not be much more confident about what the Biden administration would mean for our community. I could not be happier about what the Biden administration would mean for us. But I want to segue a little bit to another question, and I hope she's still here with us. Mutumi, are you still on? because there is a question, a DNC question for you. Hello. Well, as I said earlier,
I still see her icon, Matoni.
I still see her, but you're on mute if you can hear us. But let me say this. I also mentioned that it would not be an African gathering if there isn't music. And one music that has been coming to mind is What a Wonderful World. It would be on November 4th. Let's just think about, let's sit on that for a second. What a wonderful world it would be on November 4th if we do what we're supposed to do. If, as we should, we show up and we vote. That is what we ask everybody to do. And in deference to that sentiment, we're going to be entertained by a young man. His name is David Alex Thomas. He's a student at North Carolina State University, so he's a hometown boy. He's a mechanical engineering and music minor. Mechanical engineering major and music minor. Something about Africans and STEM. I just never caught that gene. And he's the lead saxophonist at NCSU, North Carolina State University. And he's going to play What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. We keep working out this kink because I got to tell you, I am thinking of that wonderful world, and it'll really be a good segue after all the great conversation we've had here today, after all the invaluable information we've shared here today. I just want to think about that wonderful world on November 4th, after we vote on the 3rd. Are we ready with that wonderful music?
I just want to echo what you're saying, Felix, that we have enjoyed some really valuable information this evening, and we hope that you will look up the resources that we've talked to you about, that you will look into the voter registration and other information that we've talked about, that you will link with us on our various platforms for Africa Diaspora for Biden. Take that information away as well, share it. And also, we hope that you're going to meet our challenge and now it's a wonderful world. Well, I think we're almost there, but I just wanted to reiterate that if you make your donations now as well, we are able to see real time as they come in for the campaign. So if you want to do that now from the link that's been provided, we can certainly see and credit what's coming in at this point for the campaign. Are we ready?
As we walk through that music, let me also remind all of us that we have a Get Out the Vote event coming out in this great state of Ohio. This trend is going to keep moving. It's going to keep rolling. So look out for it. Ohio is up next. We are going to hit those battleground states. and we're going to make our voice count, and our vote is our voice, which is why we must vote. We must build back better, which is why we must elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So we're gonna keep moving this train. We're gonna keep rolling, and we're gonna keep working towards success, and we're gonna keep rolling up the vote. And as I mentioned, we tend to like our Facebook. For those of us who have to work today, and we understand that, who have a different shift, they have to work today, and they're unable to tune in, go to our Facebook, log on to Facebook after African Diaspora for Biden. You will see us there, and you're going to be able to watch this video and get this invaluable information. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, ask your kids to go watch it. If they're over 18 especially, ask them to register, ask them to vote Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, so that our voice will be heard.
Well, I think we all know the song that we were referring to and we had hoped to be able to bring to you this evening, but I think we may have a little bit of a technical impediment. So we're going to go on and thank everyone for coming on. We hope that you have not only enjoyed, but benefited from the information that has been provided. We look forward to you being a part of this movement and making sure that you bring others along. As Felix said, the train is going to keep moving. So thank you all for being with us this evening, and I wish you all a good night.
Thank you. I'd like to thank our distinguished panelists. Thank you for your consistent support. Thank you for your thought leadership. Thank you for advancing our interest. To everyone who tuned in today, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Follow us on Twitter, register, join, go to our Mobilize page, sign up. Thank you.